guys, here with you again with Gear Nut, going over the new Buck Compadre 104. Really nice knife. I just ordered it from Cabela's. With shipping and handling, it cost me around $91. It's made out of 5160 spring steel. Comes with a wooden grips. It is 3/16 thick. Comes with a flat grind, and it's a full tang knife. And as you can see, the lanyard hole will fit 550 paracord through it. So what I've done here is I've made a lanyard just like that, but in the lanyard I also put in a pinky choil just in case I needed to do some light chopping with it. But really nice knife. I've been wanting one since I seen the commercials for it. Gear Nut was actually the first one that told me that it was coming out, and I was pretty excited because I'm a huge buck knife fan. I've used buck knives ever since I was a little kid. My first hunting knife was actually a Buck 119, and I used it for everything: camping, hunting, processing fish, game, you name it. That knife got put through it, and I've always just been a big buck fan ever since. But there's your Buck 104 Compadre, and I'm gonna put it through a couple tests. I'm gonna show you how it cuts. We're gonna do some feather sticking, and I'm also gonna put on a hard piece of wood. Go ahead and start out with the cutting of the knife. This is brand new, guys. It's never been used. All I did was just put the lanyard on it. This is a factory edge. I haven't touched the edge yet. So let's see what this thing can do. So you can see it gets nice and deep into the wood. No problem. Super sharp right out of the box. Just awesome knife. Just really amazing blade. I like the coating on it. We'll see how this coating stands up when I start to baton with it. A little feather sticking. This is a bigger piece of wood, but you can still feather stick with it. We'll get this outer bark off here.
That's some hard wood, man.
Yeah. I'm just using my thumb on the back side of this knife to get a more controlled cut with it.
And with feather sticks, they don't have to be on the stick. You guys can use them. Just scrape a pile and just put your pile in. You don't have to keep them all on the stick. Sometimes you can just shave them all off, and that's usually what I do. You gotta remember, he's doing this and it's on a hard wood. It's not a soft wood. Your softwoods would be ideal for feather sticking versus a hardwood because they would feather a lot easier. They would catch a spark a lot easier also. But they just wouldn't burn as long or make as nice coals. So that thing just come out of the box sharp enough to do some feather sticks with. We're in here today in the garage because it's so windy out, but you guys can see all the shavings down here on the ground blowing around.
Look at that coating, guys. It's holding up really well so far. Actually, with this same piece of wood, I'm gonna baton this guy. And one thing I want to point out, whenever you're doing any batoning with a knife, you don't want to go past your curve there on your blade, past your drop point, generally, especially when this is your main tool. It's a lot easier to sharpen this straight edge than it is the curved edge. So whenever you're doing that, pick just some pieces of wood that, you know, just come out to where that straight edge is, and because like I said, it's a lot easier to sharpen that straight part than this curved edge. But without any further ado, let's see what this thing can do as a batoner.
You might have to sit it on the ground. That's getting some bounce in it. Brand new knife with the handles. Bring it up. Oh yeah. Look at that paint. Look at that paint, man.
Yeah. There you go, people. With some batoning, that does wear off. That coating comes off a little bit. Imagine with a lot of batoning, you're gonna eat this coating off pretty quick. Now with me, with the bushcrafting I do, I'll always carry an axe with me. I have a Gransford Brooks small forest axe. I won't use a knife to baton wood unless I absolutely have to. That's what my axe is for. I can split up wood for kindling or whatever. But if you are in an emergency situation and you know your knife is the only tool that you have on you, then yeah, you're gonna have to baton with it. But just your knife is one of your most important tools for all your small tasks. I mean, you're going to use your knife for, you know, processing small wood, to starting fires, to processing game. It's going to be your most important tool. If you're a bushcrafter, I would recommend either carrying a kukri with you, or a nice heavy machete, or a nice axe. But there's your Buck 104 Compadre, and I'm very happy with this knife.
Hey guys, Nick here with Gear Nut, and I have my guest, my friend Jesse. So this is his Buck 104 Compadre knife. As you guys can see, it's got nice wood handles. It's got nice little fittings inside of it. He attached his paracord lanyard. He's got a pinky lanyard, and he's got a wrist lanyard. So, and as you guys can see, there's some wearing from his batoning he just did, and that's to be expected no matter what kind of coating it goes on any of these blades. So, but this thing is sweet. It feels great in hand. You know, I have medium-sized hands, and it's got really nice jimping up top here, and this thing just looks fantastic, and it's the perfect size too. So if you're gonna do your fine tasks, you can choke up on it, and it's got that nice curved edge, and you can choke up on it and skin animals. So this is like a piece of knotty cedar wood. You guys can see some of the coating of the blade actually transferred to the wood, and it actually pounded through all these knots. So really awesome. He also did some feather stick shavings off of the back of this thing and performed really well. So if you guys are looking for a knife, I would highly recommend checking this out. I'll try to pick one of these up and the fitting on this is really, really well. It's fantastic fitting. So it feels really, really good and handled. I don't know what kind of wood it is on the handles, but it's awesome. So Jesse's got a sheath. What else? You got your sheath for this? So if you guys are wondering what kind of sheath this comes with, it comes with a nice leather sheath. So you guys can see that. It's almost a bushcraft style sheath. It's got a nice 104 on the back. It's rivets stitched. Looks like with some really nice thick stitching. It's got a nylon snap right here. So let's put this in here. I'll show you guys that. So retention, awesome retention. Plenty of room, generous room for your belt loop. And it's got rivets on that, so you're not going to have to worry about that coming off. So that is the Buck 104 field knife. And thank you, Jesse, for letting us check this out. This thing is awesome. So if you guys are looking for a nice knife, highly recommended.